I built a maze in Stardew Valley. This is how it went after clearing the farm, buying crops, getting Linus's basket. I had to start building. Initially, I wanted to build a maze out of pumpkins. It was not a good idea. I locked myself in, got myself out, continued building with rocks. A lot of rocks, a lot of building. This was a bigger task than I thought it would be. I started this farm from the beginning. This is year 1 full standard farm because it was the biggest, flattest layout. I spent my time in the mines gathering rocks, building fences, going back to the mines, gathering rocks. When I started, I had like over 1,000. It wasn't enough. Tip, go for the big rocks. They give you 10. Go back to the farm, build more. I wish I could tell you I had a plan. I did not have a plan. I was just hoping it looked like a maze, destroying the farm, winning the fair, going back, using the money to buy the scarecrow, waiting for Robin to open up, stealing the pumpkin jack-o'-lantern in the meanwhile. At this point, I decided that I was going to buy rocks and steal the pumpkins, everyone's pumpkins, as well as rob the graveyard while I'm at it. I needed something to decorate my maze with. The aim was to get to the last day because I wanted to buy a few things like gravestones at the fair. Well, Hallows Eve managed to complete the mine carts. You know, I still have to mine. Didn't like the decorations I put there, took them away, got lost in my own maze. Fantastic. I also put lanterns everywhere to make it a bit more spooky. I put my rare crow right there. I was hoping to get the witch at the next festival. It was tedious getting through this maze, but it was so much fun to build. And my poor cows were left with a tiny little patch, and I was hoping the pumpkins at the top would grow into a bigger one. Spoiler, it did not. I spent a lot of days going outside that I cut out. I had over 4 hours of footage, and a lot of the footage was just me going outside, watering. It rained a lot. I had I think more than 10 raining days, plus minus, which I was thankful for. I didn't have to water. I just made sure I had money going, which I'm thankful for, because I bought a few rocks. It was not worth it going back to the mine. I gave up after a while, but I did manage, I think, to get a lot. I think I spent over 2,500, 3,000 rocks to build these fences. My little cat there. Yeah, my 2 cows are Stevie and Evie. Just popped into my head. Anyway, at this point I decided I might as well try to get it close as possible to my house, and here we are at Hallows Eve. At this point I couldn't believe I made it. It felt like forever. The task of getting here was bigger than I thought it would be, but it was so much fun, and it was very hard work not doing everything. I neglected fishing, almost everything to get to this point to fall, which I'm not used to. But I did enjoy it. Here I am waiting for the festival to begin. And here we go. Again, we are going with a plan just to buy jack-o'-lanterns, scarecrow, and graves. I'm not going to go to the maze. I'm not going to talk to everybody. I'm going to hop in, buy my things I need, and hop straight out. I can't believe at this point that I made it to the end. I've one more day left, which I'm quickly going to decorate, get rid of all the things for the last day, finish the maze, and then end this video with a tour of the maze we created. So here we are, making my little graves. I wish we had like different graves in Stardew, but you know, I don't think everybody wants to decorate. I had always had the plan of putting the graves over here, and then I'm just gonna scatter them around, try to weave my way through. It was fun. I love it. Now, if you have suggestions of what you want me to do next, please leave it in the comments. If you want to, of course, maybe winter plans, but for now I am astonished that we made it. But like I said, we're not done yet. We still have one more day, and unfortunately right here I got carried away and fell asleep soon as I placed my pumpkins. I didn't want to create my own jack-o'-lanterns and waste the pumpkins because I was going to need the money. I didn't know what I'm going to do next on this farm, but clearing this maze is going to be tedious work. Here I am placing the little witch, and as you can see at the time, I didn't look at the time, we fell asleep right there. Next day, the last day, I quickly collect everything, all the pumpkins, which I'm sad, clearing everything up, you know, making space, see where I can put it, as this area would also be created into a mine. I still had rock. I think I did go back to Robin to buy more rocks. Like I said, saves me time and energy. And here we go. Like I said, I do not have a plan when I do this. I just wanted to make it, you know, look like a maze. Dead ends, twirly ends, you know, just make it look beautiful. This I had like idea for a spiral, but my ideas normally don't work out, so I was very surprised that it did. And I do hope you like how my maze turned out. Here I'm deciding to move all my things down, selling stuff, making money, etc. I am going to move the casks down, and my preserve jars will be done by the night time, and I do manage to move them into the correct spot as well. Quickly adding finishing touches with my lanterns. Looking at the time, I did spend a lot of time just waiting for nighttime. I do manage to go down to the cards, weaving my way down. Really tedious, but so much fun. I do forget my road where I have to go, so yeah, it happens. after moving the scarecrows down, I do have my beehive, which I'm going to just put right there. I do hope the big melon won't need a scarecrow. I'm sure it won't. I've never actually tried to. The melon was an absolute accident, a delightful accident, but yeah, an accident nonetheless. I quickly zoomed out to give you a better view and also to get, like, you know, a screenshot for me for my thumbnail. And at this point I'm actually in awe that I managed to do it. When I had this idea, I didn't know if I could be able to do it. I just hoped that I would get it out in time for the countries that celebrated Halloween, for a spooky vibe. At this point, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you stay tuned till the end while I give you the full Stardew Valley tour. I also moved everything into little corners to make it more pleasurable, you know, for the eyes. I'm going to leave the patch of grass there for the cows, which actually is redundant thinking of it now, because tomorrow in Stardew Valley they won't be able to go. But here I am. I'm quickly going to go to the cart, traveling merchant. At this point I'm like, might as well see if she's got something. I did manage to buy 2 things I need, which I'm thankful for, but I think I'm gonna have to buy a lot of fish from her if I'm gonna finish, you know, I forgot what I have to call it, but anyway, here we go. Get ready for a full tour. Again, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoy it. See you in the next video. And remember to leave suggestions down below if you want to see something in particular. But I'm going to leave you right here. Happy Halloween. Spooky Halloween. If you do not celebrate Halloween, I do hope you enjoy the coziness or the horror. And here I'm horrified because there were grass growing where there were not supposed to be grass. Quickly jumping in to tell you about my favorite part is this tree. I know concerned ape like making entrances and secret passages like that, so I'm very happy and sorry I forgot it. Okay, bye.